Hello everyone. So we were seeing this scenario in the last video. So I quickly finished it. So I'm retailing it. So we will come to the if condition and we will check whether the condition 1 is true or not. If that is true, we will do the command 1. Then we have another command to check. That means if this is false, we will check for the condition 2. I was wrong here. It has to be condition 2. We will check for the condition 2. And then if this condition 2 also false, okay, so if this is true, we will do it and skip the rest. If the condition 2 also false, then we will immediately pass to the next else and we will run it. Okay, so we know one more things, that's called else if. Okay, so if you want to check more than one conditions, you can have it. Okay, you can take this as an example. Okay, always remember, if the first condition become false, then only second check will happen. If that becomes false, then only third check will happen. If the first will become true, we will implement the command 1 and we will never check any other else if or else after that. That means if the first condition becomes true, we will not check any other else if or else of that if conditions. Okay, so this if conditions wives are there, right? They are the wives of this if condition, else if and else. So if the if condition becomes true, any of the wives will not be checked. Okay, if he is a husband, these guys are the wife. That means I am telling this to make you understand that these three are connected with each other. Okay, so please remember this, guys. If you want to check more than one condition, you can do. And also one more thing I want to tell, if you have to check another one condition, you can add another else if. Totally fine. Okay guys, but you have to check it in the order you want the conditions to be checked. Okay, which order you want the condition to be checked, in that order you have to write. So you can write any number of conditions, else if conditions here. Okay, so if all the conditions are checked, and then finally you can have the else condition. That means for the rest of the things, do the command 3. Okay, so let's say this is command 3, this is command 4. Okay, so see this, guys. If this become false, then this will be checked. If this also become false, then this will be checked. If this also become false, this will be happening. Okay, wherever the first true happening, from there the rest will be skipped. The rest of the else if or else will be skipped, and the next line of the else condition will be starting to run. I mean the command code. If there is a command code after the if else conditions, that command code will be running. Okay, so if this condition 1 becomes true, then we will implement this command and we will skip all these else related parts that are related to this if condition, and then we will come to the next line where if you have a command code, we will run that. Otherwise we will go further. Okay, if this become false, this become false, and if this becomes true, we will do this and we will skip the rest. This is the rest, and we will come to the next line. Okay, so I hope this is very clear and understandable. Okay, so we will try to write an if condition and an else if condition to understand our scenario. Okay, so I will simply remove these things. Okay guys, so all good, right? So what I will do is I will have an integer variable x. Okay, in this variable I will remove unnecessary things, all the unnecessary things. Okay, in this variable for this x I will assign number 1. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to say this. I'm going to say if x value is 1, okay, I want to print x value is 1. Okay, if x value is 2, I want to print x value, I'm sorry guys, if x is 2, I want to print x value is 2. Okay, if x is 3, I want to print x value is, sorry, not 3 guys, if x is not 1 or 2, okay, x is not equal to 1 or 2, or x is some other value, I want to print x is neither 1 nor 2. That means x is not any of that. Okay, so this is what I want to do. Okay guys, so this is the condition that you are giving. Okay, so you see, if x is 1, I will print this and I will not do anything else. If x is not 1, then again I will check whether x is 2 or not. so we need an else if condition. We want to check the second time, right? Then if that is true, I will do this, and I will not do anything else. I will skip the rest. Okay, if this is false and if this is also false, then I have to print this. That means x is not 1 or 2, x is some other number. So I don't care about the number, I am going to print this is not 1 or 2. So the only purpose is we have to check whether x is 1 or 2. Okay guys, so I will remove everything else, everything here. I will even remove this. I just wanted to understand how to use if, else if and else conditions, right? So I don't even want an LED. I want to say serial dot begin 9600. Okay, then I want to have an if condition. I will start an if condition inside the void loop. So I will say if, okay, so how to check x is 1 or not? X is 1 like this? No, right? This is a comparative operator, right? Comparison operator, not an assignment operator like this. So what I said, we should have double equals just to compare x is 1 or not. Then I will open and close the curly braces. Here I want to have my condition command. So what is my command? I will say if x is equal to 1, I will say serial dot begin, I'm sorry guys, serial dot println, okay, x value is 1. I will say 1. Okay, now if this is false, okay, if this is true, then x is 1, right? We are done. I will skip the rest of the else if or else or any number of things that is connected with the if condition. I will skip everything and I will move to the next line after the skipping. Let's say if this is false, then I have to check what? The next condition, x is 2 or not. Okay, so I will write an else first. Else mean if this is false, then again I will write if, else if. Okay, I will write an else if. That means if this is false, I want to check another condition. That is the meaning of the else if part. I will check whether x is equal to 2 or not. See, I am again use a comparison operator. Okay, then I will open and close the curly braces. Okay, so to save the time, I will just copy this and change the text. Okay, so here x value is, I will tell x value is 2. Okay, so if this becomes true, in case, okay, this is false, and I will check here if this becomes true, I will implement this command. I will skip the rest of the thing, rest of the else or any other parts that is connected with the if. I will skip everything else and I will go to the next line. Okay, so anyway, if this is also false, I have to do the third thing. What is the third thing? I am going to display x is neither 1 nor 2. That means x is not equal to 2 or 2, 1 or 2, because this is also false and this is also false. If such a thing happened, I want to tell x is not equal to 1 or 2. So for that, I don't need to have any conditions, because I am not checking any conditions further. If only both these are false, I mean if this x is not 1 or 2, for everything else I am going to display this. So I will have an else. That means this is also false, this is also false, so I don't have any other checks. For any other value, I want to have another scenario. So what is the scenario, guys? I want to say, okay, to save the time, I will copy this message and paste it here. Okay guys, so I will remove this comments. So if you see this is very clear. If this is true, we will do it. Then I will skip everything that is related to that if condition, else, if, else, and everything. And I will move to the next line, and if there is any code, okay, and if there is any code, command code, I will run that. Okay, this is not a code line, anyway I will run. And if this become false, I will do this. I will check this. If this is true, I will do this, and I will skip the rest of the else. Okay, if both of these are false, then I will simply go do this else. That means both are false, then the else should become true, right? I will do this, and I will come to the next line, and I will start the next iteration. Okay guys, so I hope guys I understood the concept. You can rewatch the video if you don't understand, and then you will get the point. So currently I have assigned x value to be 1, so this becomes true. Okay, so in the upcoming video, what we will do is we will do some demonstration, and we will change x value to 2 and other values and see what happens in the demonstration, guys. Okay guys, so follow me up in the next video so that it will be more clear to you guys. Take care guys.